Good morning and welcome to Let's Talk Nigeria on Golden 97.5 FM Yenagua, your trusted platform for informed dialogue, civic engagement, and national building conversations. I am Moya Stebbing.
And I am Paul Oblomugbasa.
Now, this morning, we turn our attention to a subject that speaks directly to identity, justice, development, and the future of one of Nigeria's most historically significant ethnic nationalities. We're talking about the Ijaw ethnic nationality, and we'll look at the way forward for the Ijaw ethnic nationality. Now, the Ijaw people, one of the oldest indigenous groups in Nigeria's Niger Delta region, have played a pivotal role in the social, political, and economic history of our country. From the struggle for resource control and environmental justice to advocacy for equitable representation and sustainable development, the Ijaw nation has remained central to conversations about federalism, inclusion, and regional advancement. Yet, many questions remain. What does true progress look like for the Ijaw people in today's Nigeria? How can unity, strategic leadership, and youth empowerment shape a stronger future? What pathways exist for economic growth beyond oil dependency? And how can collaboration with other ethnic nationalities strengthen national cohesion while preserving cultural identity?
The Ijaw ethnic nationality in itself is often described as the fourth largest ethnic group in Nigeria, with a proud heritage of resilience, maritime civilization, and political consciousness. I tell you, from the historic resistance of figures like Isaac Adakaboro to the contemporary leadership at the national level under the former President Goodluck Ebele Azikiwe Jonathan, the Ijaw story has always been intertwined with the struggle for equity, resource control, environmental justice, and true federalism. Yet, in the midst of all of these different things, people are wondering, what's the way forward for the Ijaw ethnic nationality in a rapid evolving Nigeria? Is it politically consolidated in itself? Is it economic diversification beyond oil? Is it education, revolution, and youth empowerment? Is it cultural renaissance and unity among the various Ijaw clans? Or is it strategic engagement within Nigeria's federal structure to secure long-term prosperity? All of these different conversations we're going to be looking at, because the Ijaw people are very great people, and that's what we'll be having today.
And so we want to say that it's going to be an interesting conversation because we have someone important who's going to be helping us to unpack these critical issues. We are honored to welcome a distinguished leader and respected voice within the Ijaw national ethnic nationality. We're talking about Alabo Nengi James OON, the first national vice president of the Ijaw National Congress, INC. Good morning, Alabo, and thanks for joining us on the show.
Very good morning. Thank you for bringing me in this morning. I'm the second vice president.
Oh, second national vice president. Okay, then. So, with years of experience in leadership and advocacy, he brings insight into the aspirations, challenges, and strategic direction of the Ijaw nation. So, this promises to be a thoughtful and forward-looking conversation, one that goes beyond the rhetoric and focuses on practical solutions. So, stay with us as we explore the way forward for the Ijaw ethnic nationality right here on Let's Talk Nigeria. Alabo Nengi James OON, thanks so much for joining us on the show this morning. And let's start this way by asking a very fundamental question. How would you assess the current state of the Ijaw nation within Nigeria today? How would you assess the current state of the Ijaw nation within Nigeria today? Let's start from there.
Yes, by the grace of God, our fathers, our forefathers, and the present situation we are not actually doing badly. We are not actually doing badly because if we compare when Nigeria was not in existence, when our forefathers fought the British people, the Europeanic, let me say, occupational ownership of our own resources. That was shortly after the slave trade. We had something like palm oil trading. And the palm oil trading, the challenges, the Europeanic monopolistic tendency of encroaching or trespassing on our environment to get the palm oil resources for themselves was resisted by so many traditional rulers and kings. You are aware of King Jaja of Upopo. You are aware of King Koko. And this was threatening the lives and livelihood of our people in the territory of the Nigerian state Ijaw enclaves. So they didn't allow themselves to be intimidated or to be actioned in a way that they will be killed like cows or their resources will be taken over by these European and traders. So the issues are well known in history. They did not stay alone. They galvanized support from various quarters. And King Jaja did his best, but you know the history of King Jaja. King Koko was the only monarch that survived the British threat amongst all kings as at then, when Nigeria has not been together. But you see that we move from that stage to other stages when the Nigeria became southern and northern Nigeria became one Nigeria. And you know the rule of King Dapapri and Anthony Naoro. These are men of authority. And you are aware of the London Conference. I don't believe in going back to history, but we have to lay a background.
Yeah, of course.
Very important.
And these men play a very vital role, tendering or appealing to the British authority of what they have done. You know, even the Benin Kingdom was tampered. Their proper monuments and relics were stolen. That is criminality. But in modern times, they are just returning these things. They should have paid for what they have done. But, you know, be what it is, the Nigerian state became in existence, forced the existence of our people of become Nigerian state. And our people said no. The people living in the riverine coastal environment, the Ijaw people, the Niger Delta people, need to be not to be treated like animal. They are human beings like anybody in the world. So they need to be well taken care of. So therefore, their area is a special area, special environment. So they should be taken care of specially. That is where you heard of all this Niger Delta Basin Authority. And these things were discussed at the London Conference. And some of our key Ijaw leaders and Ijaw prominent men play a vital role. In between that area, the bouts of the issues of Adakaburu also became a front runner of taking the bull by the horn. I say, yes, my fathers have been talking. They have been just talking, round table discussion. Now we have to go back to the creek and inform these people that we are in existence. So you read about the 12 Days Revolution. Adakaburu was smart enough. He was not greedy. There was no primordial sentiments. Adakaburu takes everybody along within that, just within that 12 Days Revolution. He read it. Selected, my great uncle from Nimbe, is a chief administrator of Adakaburu. I live by it, and I mention his name here. So when we are discussing issues like this, we need to take cognizance of the role of those who play these things, so that we will not direct our forces to one individual person. And most of our fighters we are from various quarters in the Ijaw land. He picked them as, look at Inaoro, who just recently passed away, was the second in command. Various areas, and they did what they did. And the same our people, whether we like it or not, our people were involved in making sure Adakaburu was arrested. And he was arrested, he was detained, and later, because of the war, Adakaburu was released to come and liberate his people. Adakaburu liberated us, because all these are histories.
Okay,
but what we are interested in...
Alamo, we'll have to go for a short break. When we return, commercial break. When we return, we'll continue from where you stopped, please. All right, then. Thank you very much.
This is your golden moment. 97.5 Golden FM, the gold standard of radio.
In total submission to the will of the Almighty God for a life well spent, we, the Elaweremi family of the Amodomo Egede in Ayakoromo community, Brutu local government area of Delta State, announce the death of our father, grandfather, brother, uncle, and nephew, late Pastor Elaweremi Akaro Dixon, whose death occurred on the 25th of April 2025 after a brief illness. He is survived by his wife, children, grandchildren, brothers, sisters, nieces, nephews, in-laws, and other relatives too numerous to mention. Burial arrangement Tuesday 17th February 2026. Service of songs at his residence, Olombo Bomodi Town, Delta State by 4 p.m. Friday 20th February 2026, 7 a.m. Body leaves FMC Yenagoa to Ayakoromo Town in Delta State. 10 a.m. Body to be received by family elders of the Amodomo Egede of Ayakoromo Town. 11 a.m. Lying in state at the primary school field, Ayakoromo Town. 2 p.m. Interment and entertainment of guests. Sunday 22nd of February 2026, 8 a.m. Thanksgiving at Goshen Global Ministry, Baradi Event Center off Bay Bridge Road, Panshia, Yenagoa. Signed, family.
This is your golden moment. 97.5 Golden FM, the gold standard of radio.
Let someone shout hallelujah.
It's another season for Yenagoa to come alive again as the Redeemed Christian Church of God Region 27 Bayelsa presents Light Up Bayelsa State, a Yenagoa city-wide crusade. Theme, The Great Physician, ministering Pastor Benga Ilisomi, Deputy Intercontinental Evangelist, Continent 1, Pastor S.A. Polasayo, PIC Region 27, Pastor Emmanuel Okolo, PICP Youth Province 10, Pastor Olukayode Emmanuel Nana, PICP Bayelsa Province 4, Pastor Peter Akbe, PICP Bayelsa Province 1, Pastor Jacob Atobatele, PICP Bayelsa Province 2, Pastor Ezekiel Oni Timothy, Oluwaseun, PICP Bayelsa Province 3, Pastor Tonye Ogiriki, PICP Bayelsa Province 5. Date Thursday 19th to Friday 20th February 2026. Time 4 p.m. daily. Venue Central APS Secondary School Opolo, Yenagoa Bayelsa State. Light Up Bayelsa State. Come and be touched by the great physician.
Shining brighter than ever. 97.5 FM, the gold standard of radio.
All right, we're back to Let's Talk Nigeria. We still have here with us in the studio Alabo Nengi James O and the second national vice president of the Ijaw National Congress. So before we went for that break, you were trying to give us some historical background. But as you round off that, I'd like you to add to this, in your view, the most urgent priorities of the Ijaw people, of the Ijaw nation as we speak.
Yeah, the most priority, you talk priorities, because you cannot guide me to one priority. Human life
priorities,
is
though,
needs and desire of growth and development. First, I want to inform you that let's forget about rhetorics of history and medieval talks. We should concentrate on contemporary issues now.
Yeah.
And in the current contemporary issues, the Ijaw question, the Ijaw question have been answered. Whether we have got the answer, that is what you are even reinterpreting now. What is our priority? The Ijaw question is that the Ijaw people do not appreciate what the government, the federal government, is doing actually. Because why we do not appreciate, they have not recognized originally that we are the resources owners. We have various resources. The gas is here, so it's one resource. Crude oil is here, it's another one. We have sand, we have lime this, we have this. So many, even the marine. I think you mentioned something, I was so happy. Because part of our cradle of civilization came from the marine angle, where the Europeanic trading was going on. And we were the first to acclimatize with the Europeans and the white people. So the Ijaw people have got civilization in midst of many before others. Look at the coming of the missionaries. The missionaries came with beauty. You go to school, you don't pay. Health is free. Schools, we are free. So what we are talking about is that the Ijaw, what we are giving to the world, the globe, because the Western countries are European countries, everybody is feeding from the Ijaw basket. The federal government is also taking much from the Ijaw basket. And what is the Ijaw basket? Is the crude oil and gas that today is sustaining the resources and the monies people are getting from everywhere. And is this thing going down to the Ijaw people? What is the life stake of the Ijaw people? Is the Ijaw people developed, both human development, infrastructural development, like the skyscrapers we are seeing in Lagos and in Abuja and elsewhere, where our monies are being stolen and transferred and maybe remitted to foreign area. So the Ijaw people are asking question. We want to live like human being. If others are living like human being, we should have been better living like human being. So the Ijaw question is this: why can't we be on our own and enjoy the resources of our place?
So that's the very urgent priority.
Yeah, that is one of them.
Why can't we live on our
own?
Why can't we do things on our own?
Yes, and pay resources to federal government.
This question you just asked, because we as a country together, because as much as we have the Ijaw nation, we have the Hausa nation, we have the Igbo, all of the different nations, but we practice federalism.
Yeah,
that's one thing. Do you also think, because of what you just said, do you think that it is high time that the Ijaw nation went beyond just the struggle that we're having now?
Yeah.
Do you think that we should move from the agitation to strategic negotiation with the federal government?
Thank you. That is where you are coming. As if you are trying to peruse my manifesto. But you have not seen it. If you have seen it, maybe through the social media. The truth of it is that what we are doing before may not work now. Because, for instance, when we came into the struggle in the 80s, pro-democracy to this level, and now it's a different strategy we need to take. Okay. We cannot be doing the same strategy and getting the same result. That is what we are talking about. Yeah. And the strategy now, for instance, we have been questioning for restructuring of Nigeria state for our own benefit. We have also talked about resource management, resource control, and resource ownership. Our fathers were fighting for resource ownership. The resources belongs to us. We have to manage it. We have to now negotiate with you. Presently, we need to re-strategize strategy works. Every day the developed countries are ahead of us because they are thinking and they are strategizing how to move forward. We cannot stay in the same history, the same talking resource control. Who is to control who? The 13% we are receiving. How is it controlled? How is it being spent? Who is accountable? Who is transparent of what this issue? These are the problem, because there must be trust. There must be carrying along the people.
Fundamentally.
Are the job people aware of what really is going on? No. First, for a person like me, we have to go back to basics. We have to make sure every Ijaw man, as we did in the Ijaw Youth Council, you understand?
Yeah.
Every Ijaw man is aware of what we are doing, and they are carried along. Let it not be elitocracy issue. Only elites, those are the comfort zone, trying to make believe story that we are working. Meanwhile, downtrodden people are not aware of what we are doing. So the first thing is a strategy. We need to do things differently.
Okay.
Not by only talking resource control. Who is controlling the resources?
Okay.
How will the resource be managed? So this package should be, for instance, we have to start lobbying strategy, negotiation, dialogue, and because you, at the end of the war, people dialogue.
True.
So you get peace.
But
you cannot do everything. Okay, we have been in violence. We have been in militancy. We have called us hoodlum. Every name. But today, amongst all those that we are in that front, they are all in peace, working for peace. So today, people even clamoring, Mr. President should come back. Yeah? Others will say, I'm not supporting Mr. President. That is the issue.
Okay.
The beauty of democracy.
All right,
so we need to use the democratic principle and see that the Ijaw question is being answered. But sometimes it doesn't go the way you want. So there is always a clause. Everything necessary could be used to.
Okay.
progress.
Yeah. So we're looking at the way forward for the Ijaw ethnic nationalities and the people therein. But how can the region now? How can the Ijaw ethnic nationality move beyond oil dependency towards economic diversification? Because all this while is all about the oil. We produce the oil, but then we're not benefiting. How can we move away from it? Because we are in modern times, right? And also, what are the practical steps?
The practical steps.
Practical steps that can be taken to address
practical-
youth unemployment.
The practical steps, my brother. We need to rethink. We need to know what our focus is. I have been involved with the elders in creation of this state. I've been involved with, I've been tutored and mentored by Dr. Priya and Ike Clark. We go around this country, go around to specific exclusive meetings and other. I was their youth leader. I've got experience. So many things that sometimes they will let me know. I want to inform you that since the creation of this state, apart from Diri, that is now taking a course because he was part of the creation of the state, that is making a move to understand what before the creation there were issues that were mentioned. Is trying to put a few of them together. Now, how many can we now have? What is our priority in Bayelsa, for instance? That is what you are talking. Is it education? Is it tourism? What are we going to sell to the world? Let's stick on one thing or two things and work on it. That is what we need to do. In Ijaw land, Ijaw man is kidnapping Ijaw man. Ijaw man is tampering with Ijaw man's property. When they created this state, you keep a wash at your house, as the front of your house, till dawn, nobody will pick it. But today, it's not the same. So the security and unity of Ijaw people should be first priority. If you are not united, how will you come to get what you want? Because number two thing, others maybe are in division. You are divided. You are being used monetarily and brainwashing. So we need to think, what we Ijaws, what do we want? That is the question. If you are a Bayelsa, what Bayelsa? Is it education? Let's pursue education. Is it agriculture? Let's pursue agriculture. Is it this? So we have not got it right, because you cannot do things haphazardly. There must be a concretized and itematized vision and mission of a people. What is our mission? Immediately we get that right. First, it's just, are we united? We must, from Arugbo down to Ibino, the Ijo enclave, the Ijo climbs, Ijo people, Ijo men and women, are we united? If you are not united, you can't move forward. And the issue is that when you begin to separate yourself and bring in words like call Ijo and no call Ijo, that pricks my mind. For instance, my great grandmother is not from Igbo. So how can you call me I'm not I don't understand. You understand what I mean? And the people who their parents are directly from somewhere are even claiming more than you, Basa. That is the scenario now. Because everybody want to gain something with the name Ijo. Some people operating with Ijo name, they don't even have Ijo blood outside this shop. I'm telling you, because the Ijo land has resources to negotiate with. But if we are smart, we need to sit down again. We need to have opportunities that outside there. We need to bring that opportunities down.
Okay.
Down.
Okay. So how yeah. So in this context now, how can now political leaders of Ijo extraction collaborate more strategically? Because we need our people who are already there to begin to have this conversation.
In my manifesto, I don't want to talk much about myself, but I want to see that in the Ijo struggle I have been, the political leaders have not been working together, irrespective of party.
Okay.
There should be Ijoness, irrespective of the party. That is why I like some of my friends in the north. When I visit them, I ask them, you told me your wife is going for a meeting, political meeting. Yes, so she's my opposition party. My son too is on. Look at the article, son is not these people. So they know what they are doing. We are even killing ourselves, brother and sister. That is the mentality that we need to remove from ourselves. If you are in APC, I'm in AD, you and this, you and that. By the time we work together, leave politics. We are talking about how Ijo people will survive. How Ijo people will take over. How will the Ijo people come? You see, you discriminate. That is part of our problem. You understand? That is part of unity too. Because until we realize that we are one person, Diri is bringing peoples together. But let bringing them, let their mindset change. Their mindset, because they need to have it, not because they want to come for senatorial position, they want to come for reps, they say, okay, Diri is bringing us. No, it's the mindset of the people moving towards having a solid oneness of Ijo people. Priority is that Ike Clark do not want to know where you come from. As long as you have that Ijoness, you are going to work with him. He will tell you your forefathers' history. He knows every part of Ijo people. The Paprie will not shun you where you come from. As long as we are working for Ijo Niger Delta matters. That is how it ought to be. That is why it's even difficult to fill is that gap. Because most of our people, very primordial sentiments, we need to remove. If we don't do so, the Ijoness, we will just be calling like people who shout Atakaburu. I know people who have been surviving through the name of Atakaburu. Since I know them, Atakaburu, but nobody have plucked back what they are having in billions and millions to the Atakaburu family, or to even build a place called Wika. That is the issue. Using the name does not matter. We need to galvanize our own way of playing the equity, justice, and fairness amongst ourselves before we begin. You are talking about federal government. In your own familyhood, only you want to be councillor. You don't want another person to be a councillor. You understand? So the political stakeholders are very important. If you are a job president, don't feel that you are the highest. It's a matter of coming together. You have to reach out to them. They too have their own pride. You two have your own pride.
And then
so
Alamo,
the Ijaw leadership of political area, we must work with them.
And then
we must use their like now
platform.
Their platform. A senator is having a role. Every senator has 10 constituency projects. You understand? I'm aware of most of these things because I need to know. Now, if they have a constituency project, as INC, what do we do? Is to work with them. That if in their project they are sharing 2 motorcycles, 50 motorcycles, what stops us begging the man? So the same job people, we also voted. Apart from your political difference, give us 5 to share with our people. If every senator is giving like that to the INC members will also be happy that they are going on, because nobody is paying me as I am now. I'm not paid by INC, but I continue to contribute the best I could.
Okay, so this brings the next question.
It is not easy. Let us work as a team, whether politics or no politics.
Thank you. You know, we're working with time, and there'll be moments where we'll give the listeners opportunity to interact with you as well.
No problem.
We want to see how we could, ask some very important questions before we open the phone lines, because at that time you might not have enough to say. But now, talking about the INC,
okay.
How can the Ijaw, you're the second national vice president,
yes.
Okay, so how can the Ijaw National Congress now strengthen unity among Ijaw communities? Because a lot of people say they're not feeling the role of the INC. The INC is more as like, okay, a body, but some thoughts say, well, we're not feeling the role of the INC in terms of this whole Ijaw thing. So what is the INC, that's the Ijaw National Congress, doing in strengthening unity among Ijaw communities?
Yeah, the INC is having a standing constitution. The vision and mission of INC is there. However, there are things that you need to move out from the constitution to make sure realities are handled. That is what you are talking about. I have said it earlier. We should not see the INC as an elitistic organization or elites organization. We should see the INC as our organization. But in every organization, you must show sign of concern. Everybody is listening to Golden FM, but everybody do not have access to Golden FM premises. If you want to be a member, you must, the constitution said, as an Ijaw man, yes, you may say you are INC person, but you have to put down your name as INC, and you have to be recognized by a token to say, answer the name, yes, I'm an INC person. But the question is that is not even the issue. The issue is that we the leaders are carrying the people along. I think that is what you are saying.
Yes. Yeah.
So if that is not really done in all the phases, but nobody always finish. That is why the mentorship I've got, the tutorial I've got, the lessons I've got as vice president. I'm only on delegated duties.
Yes.
But practically, with my all experience, if some of us are there, definitely this scenario will change. Because part of our process is that we need to galvanize support through the media, professionals. Like I have what we call broad-based advisory board, including every segment of the organs, and the organs carried along, because that is where the structural problem comes. If you sit tight leadership does not work in an organization like this, the organization must see you as somebody who is trusted, who is credible, who has integrity, that will not merchandise the INC. Because most of our groups we just believe that I see it, small penny come, I became a big man and pose before. No, we need to think beyond that. That is what you are saying. We need to move to the creeks. We need to. How many presidents are knowing outside this enclave? When a president of a John nation is going to somewhere, let people feel that he's president of a John nation.
Okay, so let's pause there. Let's open the phone lines now, because I know a lot of Bielsans and Nigerians who want to, contribute to this
We
conversation.
have not done enough,
I know
but
we
we will
don't.
continue to try.
All right then. 0707 747 1522 0912 000 1975. Send a message on WhatsApp to the number 0912 0001975. We are also live on Facebook streaming, and so you could drop your message. They will read it, read your messages. So let's get to the calls now. Keep it very brief. We have no time. We're working with time. We're very strict about that. Hello, good morning, and welcome.
Yes. Good morning.
Good morning.
This is ADSR. I'm calling from Azikoro.
Welcome.
Yes. I love that in the studio.
Of IYC. Please.
INC.
I'm very sorry for that. Apologies. As you are vying for that position as the national president, please, if you have a pen and a paper there, I want you to write this down. It's very, very important. Please, as we start this race, this new journey as IYC president, if you are finally elected, please, there is one thing I want you to do for us as an Ijaw. We are marginalized. Ask me how. We have only 8 local governments in Bayelsa State, and we are being shortchanged. Some states in this federation have 40 something, and when they share resources, those states have 40 or 40 something. Local government allocation.
All right.
Come to think of it.
It's all right.
Hit it.
Please, I
All
want
right.
you to at your as you continue to start this race.
All
Thank
right.
you and good morning.
All right. We've not come to your, we're looking at Ijaw nation in
Definitely.
general. We've not come to that issue. Maybe at the end of the show, you're probably going to give one or two stuff. But a question before you respond. Calls are coming in. I don't know what should take a call or take a message.
Take call.
Let me take a call now. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Yeah, this is God Save Edward Osai, INC chairman in Oruma.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yes, I will say, may God take you to your destination that you need in your life. And I know that with you, we that are in the grassroots will become somebody tomorrow, because I've seen you. Today you make me to be the INC chairman in the Oruma community. I know that that's the way God will promote you to the highest place in the INC. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's get back to Alabonegi James. A few questions have been asked. I have a question here someone sent on WhatsApp, but let's respond to the very first question and the second question. The first question is about a document. A caller talked about a document.
I have them here. I have them here. Yeah, the document is talking about, there was a time when we just came in, there was already pre-conference that was supposed to be organized by exclusive members, not INC. So when we came in, it's less necessary, let's discuss together. So I think Yanga and other people Yanga was the chairman of that group. But I'm aware of that document. They prepare a document like something that making the politicians to adhere to the Ijaw people's ideals. But I don't think that it's all waters, because the way it was done, it was not properly. Even the politicians don't attend that program. So how can it work? It's like a smooth screen exercise. But we didn't directly handle the affairs. But it was a kind of collaboration and partnership. They have the ideas earlier, but the ideas, they cannot do it because it has to do with Ijaw nation.
Okay.
So I think that issue, I cannot exactly say,
all right,
because it was haphazardly done.
All right, so the second question.
The second question is marginalization.
And then, of course, number of local
that
governments.
has been a rhetoric amongst us. We talk, we sleep. We talk, we don't follow. We talk, we don't talk. You understand? I want to say that because of this marginalization, I've been in National Assembly, presented papers. All the constitutional review, we have presented paper. Even in the recent one, creation of local government, the Bayelsa state government, you understand, put up a very powerful presentation. Powerful. I was there. I also presented supporting the Bayelsa state government. INC supported the Bayelsa. That is where we mentioned Toribe local government, Toribe states, Oil River states, other states that are going to be created. We expect to be created. So many states that we are requested. So what we are saying is that apart from LGA that was created under the executive fiat of military junta, you cannot create LGA in a democratic setting without sentiments. The people, how many, you see, if we want to do that, we have to negotiate again.
And lobby too as well.
We have to lobby. What are you lobbying with it? Are we really together? For instance, they put a clause that all the senators in that place, it has become a party difference. So the issue is that we will get it right at the appropriate time if we are ready. And we are working towards it. I don't want to use I syndrome. I believe on we syndrome. And we want to say that the Bayelsa state government and the political stakeholders that we voted into power, that is in House of Reps and is in Senate, should have do better.
Okay.
On that issue.
Okay. So many other calls and so many questions.
Yeah.
This is a message on WhatsApp. This one is from Emperor Richie from ADPA.
Yeah.
For me, he said, for me, our biggest challenge is lack of unity. And that's the question I asked you initially. And a sense of oneness. We need to imbibe a great sense of unity if we must get it right. Now, this question, which I was also planning to ask, but Richie is also asking this question. What is the INC doing in relation to campaign? In relation to campaign against environmental degradation in the Niger Delta?
Thank God I'm already environmental. I've done my best and I will continue.
So what's the INC doing that?
In the environmental justice. You see, these things, if you put it at the open floor, some persons will tell you, what is INC doing? Like what you are doing now. How many opportunity or the opportunity do you want to create for INC to come here regularly to create and discuss issues about the environment? They enjoy people talking. Yes, they need to talk because they need to know. You create an organization. They need to know what is happening.
Yeah.
But is the job people also assisting the INC? That is the biggest question. It's good to say. Is BASA contributing? INC, I support you with 1 million. BASA has not supported. But BASA will be interested in asking the question that what is INC doing? You see, so it is two-way thing. The question here and to be questioned is not the same. But the INC is trying their best. You are aware of the Santa Barbara issue. I represent the INC. We follow up that issue seriously. The president, I brought the report. The president also called a press conference on it. And anything that has to do with environment, the INC, if it's aware, because you cannot have an environmental problem and you don't let the INC know. We must know. So there is a committee on environment already created, a standing committee. So it's just like government. If you don't let the government know what is happening in your area, will the government, they are not invisible, this thing, what did they say? People that are everywhere. It is somebody that will say something, see something and say something. So what I'm saying is that we are 24 hours alert to talk about environmental issue. 365 days. It is part of our duty to talk for our people. Individually, You are aware I'm a member of the Nigeria Environmental Society. I'm an environmentalist. If you talk about ocean encroachment, I'm the proponent of ocean encroachment worldwide. Talking about the problems in the sea, the problems that we are facing in the ocean, and what we may face more. That the divestment of the oil industry move from this area that we are suffering from suits and moving to the ocean, and what they are doing in the ocean, nobody's interested. So when the ocean begin to fight back naturally, we begin to say hurricane and all that. So who are looking at all these issues? And the issue about the environment is a very big umbrella where ecology, climate change,
we can't say everything.
And everything.
All right.
So we have been handling it.
Yes.
And more so, the phone
lines are buzzing. The phone lines are buzzing.
Thank you.
Because we know, Alabo, if we allow you, you will
move on. Basali to say something. I have not said anything.
No. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes. I see Alabo Nangishim. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Morning. Go on.
Yes. Iko calling from Otabage.
Welcome.
Good morning. Interesting. Well, the man in studio is a man that over the years is the only man I have ever saw that went to every community, giving orientation, telling us how the people we have been mentalized, suffering people. Like that Olebiri, I think there was a time he went there and talked about issue about Olebiri.
Yes.
So he has done a lot. He's a practical man. It's not theory somebody. You know? So whenever he speaks, we should believe him. For me, the IN is too small for him. For me, the IN is that position is too small for this very man. God should bless you. Allah you should live long.
You remember the marathon we did in recently?
Yes.
Okay.
So this is a man we need in his land.
All right then. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's get to our Facebook. We have a comment from Okiki Edward who says Noasa.
Okay.
And it says you speak well about our identity and are very grateful for that.
Yeah.
And also surprisingly someone is watching from Mozambique.
From Mozambique.
Yes.
Well, thank you very much that you're watching, and I hope you're enjoying every bit of what we are doing here. But we have a call now. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
I'm calling from Sabadria.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you.
The spokesman there and your visitor are greeting special.
No problem.
My question is, where am I from anointed? The only time probably I have opportunity to be in Yenagoa because I'm in the federal district.
Mm-hmm.
I went to the zone house. One of our Lagos memorial, I think his first memorial edition, I was there. No, his sister's death. It was there, they did the receptionist and everything. So I read here, I looked up the zone house. The zone house was spelled in English language, I-J-A-W. Why not I-Z-O-N? Let other tribes should copy or should learn from the language of his own. That house is being said in an English form. That is my concern about it. That is one. Two, if people are coming, whoever will come on board, please, not what we are speaking. We have had a lot of grammar concerning your people.
Yeah. All right, thank you. Thank you very much. Your time is up, please. I'm so sorry about that.
No, let me try to put him right.
Apart his zone and Joe, I guess he does not understand that.
Yes. That is why we need to be properly schooled, educated, and mentored and tutored. Mm-hmm. And we are here. You see, the word Izan, I'm sounding it because I'm from Ijo, I'm from Odi, Upuribea. Life, nobody will take it from me. My origin.
Okay.
So Izan is the language of the origin of Izan people.
Okay.
So right. When the white man came, we have I-J-O-H, we have different way of spelling. So automatically it was accepted to be spelled as Ijo people, while exclusively saying that, okay, the Izan should be for the language. I think let him know. So if he's aware, the Ijo house in Abuja was not spelled Izon. It was the same Ijo. So let me, these are part of the things our people need to know. And they have not we have not been in the grassroots to inform them some of these differences. So I think that is where I end myself.
Okay. So let's take another message. We're about rounding off right now. And this one is a message from Egba Phil. Say, Dr. Steve, General Bazar, and High Chief Alaba Negi James. Thank you very much. The single greatest problem of the Ijaw people is the betrayal of fellow Ijaw persons by another. What will the Alabo do to curb this ugly trend when he eventually become elected as INC president? That's a question from Egba Fields. You will answer that in your concluding thoughts, right? Hello, good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Oyesi Paul Basa and our honorable guest in the house.
Good morning.
I remain my humble self, Supila Yerbo. I'm calling you from Banatoro.
Quickly, please, sir.
I've been following Henry James for some years now. He's my favorite friend. I'm a friend, and I'm following him for a long time. And he's one person that I've seen that has been consistent in his thought, actions, and discussions over the years. So I feel that this is one National Congress election that is coming forth. I think that is a right candidate for the position. After saying that, I'm going to advise our honorable guest in the studio, Henry James, that please let him help me to advocate to our brothers in the neighbor land of the John nation. That please they should stop saying that I shop boy, I neighbor boy, I shop boy, I'm neighbor boy. Until today they used to do that, and that is picks me off most times when I have interactions with them, because I am somebody that I'm an insurance man, so I go to it, I take everybody like a insurance. I am from Tonokma, but I travel around, I speak virtually.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
Please let him address that issue.
All right, thank you. That's it for the calls. And in your final thoughts, what will you say?
Yes, in my final thought, this program is not restrictory for I as Nengi James.
No.
It was a general discussion.
Yes, of course, general discussion.
So I don't want to claim it.
It's the callers. The callers will try to make them understand that.
Yeah. So for me, as a person, I will continue to work for Ijaw people all my life because the people I work with, the elders and fathers I work with, always, I should not let them down. They prayed for me. I remember in Abuja, Ike Clark held my two hands and prayed for me. And in a year time, he departed us. Prayed for me officially in his house. Because of years, I've been consistent and I've been his person, his mentee. And I want to say that it's not a do or die affair. I've contested several elections, both outside NGO election, transition monitoring group, everything outside in Abuja here. It's not always that you will win. Some you win, some you will lose. But it's not, I don't force myself to be a leader. I've never been. But you project yourself. Don't allow yourself to push by people to contest. I prepared for this election for over the years. I prepared for the vice president, and I won. I contested with Charles Sambowe. I lost. I came back again, contested. Our ballot boxes and everything were stolen and destroyed. I came again, contested on e-voting, and I won. And that is why I became vice president. So with my consistency and my contributions outside there, and the tutelage and the mentorship I've received from my fathers, Ike Clark and Dapapri, and my contributions in the just struggle, and being cast, I was one of those that was first incarcerated.
We gotta go.
On the issue of
we have to
offshore and onshore.
We have no time anymore. Thank you so much, Halabo Nengi James OON, for coming. We appreciate you. You know, time is not on our side. I mean, the time runs so fast, but we appreciate you and we wish you all the best in your future endeavors. Thank you so much for coming on the show, sir.
God bless you.
And I am Moya Steven. I want to say thank you very much to Naz Zika Mzansi, who is connected from Bairro Luis Cabral, Mozambique. We appreciate you. And Kiki Edward, all on Facebook. Thank you so much for joining us today. Next week, Monday, we'll be here for another edition of Let's Talk Nigeria. Have a wonderful weekend.
Bye-bye.